title this video Permaculture for Earth or for the money, because lately I've been in touch with some people in the permaculture community that, you know, are people that are designers and they try to make a living off of distributing the information that's in between their two ears. I've been thinking for a while to get property down in Peru in the tropics, and I'd like to, because land is relatively cheap down there, and, you know, tropical climates, you can grow a lot there. However, I've never worked in a place like that. I have limited experience with that. So I'm trying to learn. You know, I have a permaculture design course certificate that I took a few years ago. I've got that, so supposedly I should be able to know what to do, right? Well, I don't feel 100% confident, so I'm trying to get some help from other people. I'm trying to figure out what to do, and some of these people I know from, you know, networking, you know, back when I was in college and stuff, and they weren't making money off of this whole permaculture design scheme at that point. Well, now I contact them, you know, asking them for some general guidance on what I should do, and, you know, back and forth on a couple emails, and it sounds like they really don't understand what to do because I've asked some specific questions. One of the main questions I have is, okay, this climate, let's assume I've got 10 hectares of land down there, 1,400 millimeters of rainfall. You know, it's well distributed throughout the year. You got a wetter season, which is during the summer months, and then a relatively dry season, but that dry season still gets 50 to 100 millimeters of rainfall, which is about 2 to 4 inches every month, and that's the dry season. So there's plenty of rainfall there. Most likely we're going to be dealing with tropical clay soils, which are pretty heavy. So we've got those set factors, and I ought to be able to ask one of these permaculture gurus or somebody that's charging thousands of dollars to go, you know, fly down to, you know, international plane flights to people's property to supposedly putter around and tell them, hey, this is what you need to do. Well, I'm not hearing a basic response whether or not you want to use swales or keyline in that sort of environment. So if I can't even get that information for free from one of these people, why would I bother to pay them thousands of dollars to come down to my land and tell me what I should do on my land, and they're telling somebody who's already got a permaculture design certificate what to do? All right, I thought I was supposed to be on the same level. I mean, I understand, you know, we all need to make money, and you know, that's why I got out of that, because it just seems to me like there's too much uncertainty in that whole permaculture community. Now, if they really know what they're doing, why do I need to pay thousands of dollars for that knowledge? I mean, some of these people, one of them, I won't name who, but he's kind of proponent of keyline, which was developed by P.A. Yeomans about 5 decades ago. And I think P.A. Yeomans wrote a book on that subject 3 decades ago. So if that knowledge is already out there in a book for free that you can get on Google Books on the internet, why should I pay thousands of dollars for somebody who's reinventing the wheel? I mean, what are they doing that's so much better than what already exists? And if that's the case, you know, this person who I'm talking about, he's on record for saying that, look, you know, the permaculture community and all this stuff, we need to give this information, we need to make it available open source. Because, I mean, the main thing that I got into permaculture was about saving the planet, okay? So if we want to save the planet, why don't we make all that juicy knowledge that you supposedly have that I got to pay $5,000, why hasn't somebody else come out and put that juicy knowledge into an ebook and made it readily available for $20 to everybody on the planet? I mean, by charging these exorbitant fees, you know, $1,000 now, I gotta take this online course that may or may not tell me what exactly is the best solution for the property I have down in Peru. I mean, I gotta just, fork over all that money and hope for the best. Why hasn't somebody come out with a $20 ebook that teaches you, if you got X climate, Y plants, and Z soils, here's what you should do? I mean, there are unlimited factors. There's quite a core group of factors that go into selecting what design you're going to implement on your property. And at the very least, you ought to be able to know, are you going to put swales, keyline, or terraces? What kind of earthworks are you going to do? What's the best approach for that compacted tropical clay soil in that climate that doesn't have any shortage of rainfall? What's going to be the best way to turn that grass that's compacted from 10 years of grazing, which you're not even supposed to do whatsoever in rainforest climates? What's the best way to turn that back into a rainforest climate? And what's the best way to turn it into a food forest that mimics that natural rainforest climate? There aren't unlimited factors. There are not unlimited factors that go into making that decision. So, who's got the book that, tells you XYZ equals this is what you should do? And I'm not saying, just a few factors are going to indicate where we're going to put every single line, or but come on, we don't need to be paying thousands of dollars for information that could be readily available for an ebook, and it could be distributed to more people on the planet, which would actually help people implement this stuff, and they'd have money left over to buy plants, to buy seeds, to actually implement these projects. So, I mean, in permaculture, the way it's going is, it started out, it seemed like, okay, we're for, saving the planet. Okay, well then let's make this information really open source. Get it to the people who can't afford it. Get it to the people so they can implement it right away. They can use that $5,000 for an extra bag of cover crop seeds or some nitrogen fixing tree saplings. But no, we got to pay $5,000 and we're paying that money to people that they can't even tell us, if we got X, Y, and Z, here's the approach we should take. Okay, so I'm supposed to pay you $5,000 plus your airfare to come down and spend a week on this property when you're not even really sure what to do. I think that's what's going on here with a lot of these permaculture people. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of them really know what they're doing, but my point is, if they really know what they're doing, then somebody else should acquire that knowledge, pay the $5,000, create an ebook, and then make it readily available. And then that's going to put these designers out of business, because you and I, we can just grab that ebook. Okay, I know what to do. I know how to do it. A 400-page ebook for $20 on the internet. Problem solved. That's the free market phasing out this expensive mindset of, oh, I'm the designer guru, I'm gonna go to your land, I know more than you. It's kind of this whole competitive mindset that I see now in the permaculture community, and it seems to me, unfortunately, that it's taken the place of the original intention, which was to save the earth and to do it urgently. Well, that's what I think about that.